Hello, scrappers. Yeah, kind of slow getting videos out. I checked an online auction, publicsurplus.com, I think it is, and picked up 5 tables here for, I think it's $7.50. I think is what the bid was, and 10% or $1 buyer fee, and then tax, of course. Yeah. I took the legs off of 2 and put them down below, stood one up. Got them all on here. One's a little wider than the rest, but give me some good work surfaces for here in the 5th wheel. So I'm going to try to drag a couple of these off, and mainly definitely want to use these 2 down below. One's got a little cubby hole in it. Got a little bit of a breeze, so I'm hoping don't get wind noise. But it's got a little cubby hole in there. Of course, Oreo, he's got to investigate. So I'm going to go ahead and get these kicked off of here. I'm not sure if I got room for all 5 of them in there or not. But we'll see. Give me some kind of workbenches and a place to set up and work on. So I'll come back on the video when I get some of it in there and set up. Okay, truck's empty. Got my helper here. You're not my helper? Okay. Yeah, got them all in here, got the legs on. I had one that was, let's see, yeah, one that was 3 foot wide, 5 foot long. So I took the legs off it, got it up there right now for storage. So I think if I rip this bathroom out of here, it'll be basically 5 foot between this wall and that wall. So I can probably put that table right in this area. Which I got to get down here and rip some stuff out of here to get back into the wiring. I was looking down in there, I see a bunch of the wiring. I can't really see it right now. They're all dead ends. So what do you want? You're getting awful vocal. You're talking a lot. These 2 blacktop tables are 2 foot wide, and then these other 2 are 30-inch. They're all, I think, 5 foot long. I had to adjust the legs up on that one. It was pretty short, so got it where it pretty well matches. Gives me a little storage back in the corner here, and so that one there had the cubby holes in it. So now I get me a chair in here. I need to get a chair on wheels where I can roll around. But I can set my vinyl cutter up in here now and other stuff. Because I still have to get electric going, so. But I'm been troubleshooting it, and I'm getting a little closer, I think. 30 amp service. There's 2 30 amp service plugs coming in, and then there was I found a little breaker box that had 2 15 amp breakers in it. So I'm thinking, okay, that's supposed to be in here. Yeah, Mitch came in here earlier, started marking his territory, so I run him off. Warming up, I had to open the window, getting warm in here. Should I think they're talking one day next week, it's going to be close to 70. I thought, really? But these are pretty good solid tables. So I'm thinking they should work good for doing some of that jewelry work I do, and the vinyl cutter. And I couldn't get up to the wall there because of the mound there from the wheel wells. But I was thinking, well, that might be a good place for the vinyl cutter, because that way the sheet can kind of hang down if it needs to. So I just got to get power to these plug-ins, and I'm thinking it's all back under here, all this wiring. So I'm going to try to pull that furnace out of there because I'm not going to use it. And then it looks like some electrical panel with a bunch of fuses, probably for 12 volt or something. So I'm going to try to get that ripped out of there, and then I should be able to see in there better. I can leave my drop cord out here with the 220 for my heater for now. And actually, I'm almost thinking if it'll fit, I can probably cut right into that and put my air conditioner. And that way I just run off that one 220. So I've got a 220 air conditioner that I can stick in here. Of course, I may have to run a fan to blow the cold air from this end to that end, circulate it. But yeah, for now I'm just going to leave all these cabinets up. Might try to leave this one permanent there anyway, plus the oven. I got to check the gas lines and stuff in this place yet too. Might do that here pretty soon. Hook a bottle up, and then when it gets cold here in a couple weeks, go ahead and see if that stove will fire up. Get a spray bottle and go around and check for gas leaks. But there shouldn't be too much gas in here. Got a gas line right here that's capped off for the refrigerator, and really the only other gas would be the furnace right there in the stove. So, but yeah, I think if I get that furnace out of there and get that out of there, cap the furnace off, and then from there the gas line should be good. And I might take the sink out and the cabinet down that way, and maybe just try to build a workbench in that space. Build a workbench about the same height as the tables, maybe a little higher. I don't know. Depends if, yeah, wouldn't hurt to have a standing workspace. These tables are great for sitting, but if I was trying to work on there standing up, I'd be bent over an awful lot, so that would not be good. So yeah, I'll just have to probably pull the sink and then cut it all out from here, and then go from there and see what I've got for supports under there. May rebuild that too, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, this thing's coming along a little bit slowly but surely. Really? Here's your brother. Not sure what his name is. Anyway, I guess I'll get off of here, and I got Chris Lessig coming over tomorrow. We're going to work on his trailer. We were supposed to do it last weekend, but then he canceled on me. Which was alright, because I had things I could do, plenty to do around here. Yeah, I like having all these windows. I thought about just building something right there to hold the 220 air conditioner, but really it makes more sense to put it over on the other side. If I got the 220 there for the heater, of course I can always refigure that too. Actually, if I tear that closet out, that would probably be a good spot, because there is an opening on the outside. But we'll see. Yeah, got lots of options. So I hope everybody kind of enjoyed this little update video in these tables. Like I say, if you're, this public surplus is nationwide here in the U.S., so it's a lot of VOTEX and public schools, office buildings, sometimes city, local stuff. I get cars, trucks, a little bit of everything on there. And I think it's just publicsurplus.com. There's a lot I'm looking at right now that's still another week out, I think. They got a lot of stainless steel kitchen stuff, a lot of milk coolers and stuff like that. So I'm kind of watching those and seeing how they go. And a couple lots there I might try to throw a bid on. It's not too far from me, up in Moore, so that's probably 20-30 miles. Not too bad. It gives you a search, and you can set your perimeters, like for your zip code, 50 miles from the zip code or 100 miles from the zip code. You know, so I just set it at 50. That way I don't have to drive too far and burn a lot of gas, a lot of time. So yeah, this work area is coming along pretty good. But like I said, I got to get some power out here for various things. So I need to get in there and find those wires, find out where to bring the power in, and I might try to run 30 amp service in here, try to get that little breaker box back in here somewhere, and run power into it. I got a power pole right outside right there, so I might just put a 220 breaker right there and run the power in. And I could run it in just anywhere, but I probably really need to run it in over there where all the wires are. That would make more sense. So I wouldn't have to run it far. I could probably just drop down, put a plug there, and then plug a cable in here. Then, since it's on 215 amp breakers, try to run some of these plugs on one breaker, a couple plugs and maybe lights on another breaker. I got a couple of these little lights here. There's another one over there. I'm thinking, see, they got 230 amp plugs coming in here, so I'm thinking one is possibly for that air conditioner, because that might take close to 30 amps by itself, and then the other 30 amps is for the few plugins there are, because there's not many. There's nothing behind me. There's one here, and then there's one up in the cupboard above the hood, and there's one in there by where the refrigerator is. That's all there is down here. I imagine there's one in the bathroom and one or two up there in the bedroom. So it's very, very minimal. Not meant for running a lot of power. Of course, I'm not going to run a lot. Just a few lights when needed, and vinyl cutter. Maybe plug a computer in. Bring my laptop out here to with the files on it to run the vinyl cutter. Wire strippers, stuff like that. So yeah, not a lot. So anyway, I better get off here. I'm getting longer and longer, and I'm just rattling. But give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I want to remind everybody about the Amazon affiliate link, where you can get some tools and some consumables, some parts and whatnot. And I'll try to leave a link to that public surplus auction in the description below too. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.